What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Forgotten Race Review. Today, at the request of Mr. Samuel Thurman, we'll be covering the Kitsune. First appearing, I believe, in Inner Sea races and going on to appear all over the place in Pathfinder. We're talking the Advanced Race Guide, we're talking both the Dragon Empire Splat books, with their most recent appearance being Blood of the Beasts. If you have any requests for any race you might like to see reviewed on this channel, by all means, throw it in the description and we'll get right on it. The Kitsune is one of my favorite races. I'm playing one every Friday, but one of the things I don't like about this race is there's not a whole lot of art available for a Kitsune who's not like your stereotypical anime character, and that, among several other reasons, is why I decided this channel's latest giveaway will be a free piece of character art, courtesy of Mr. Ollie Boldador, and that giveaway is still running until midnight, January 18th. If you'd like to enter and get yourself a free character portrait, maybe for a Roll20 token, maybe just to show off to your friends, maybe because sweet art is cool, the link is in the description. As always, this channel is brought to you by patronage, and patronage is the #1 way to see this channel do a bunch of really exciting, really cool stuff. Anything from more videos a week to bringing back series like min-maxing for fun and profit on a regular basis. Those videos take a long time to edit, and unfortunately I do still have to sleep to not die and work for a living. If you'd like to see this channel do more stuff like that, or big stuff like travel to cons, have bigger games, maybe even put out some third-party content, the #1 way, easiest way to help support us doing that is through patronage. Of course, we do offer several incentives in return for your patronage, and one of those is a random shout out on our video series. Today, we're shouting out the Inn of Planar Crossroads. Guys, as always, and specifically looking at you, Adam Spain, thank you so much for your support. Because of this guy, at the end of the month, I'll be live with, a little channel you might have heard of him called Nerdarchy. I'm super stoked for that, and I wouldn't be able to do it without your help, Adam. Thank you so much for all you do for my channel, for your channel, and for YouTubedom in general. Now sit back, kids. We're going to Japan. Kitsune is the Japanese word for fox, and foxes are a common subject of Japanese folklore. Stories depict them as intelligent beings possessing magical abilities that increase with their age and wisdom. According to yokai folklore, all foxes have the ability to shapeshift into human form. While some folktales speak of the Kitsune employing this ability to trick others, as foxes in folklore often do, other stories portray them as faithful guardians, friends, lovers, and wives. The Kitsune are closely associated with Inari, a Shinto kami or spirit in the Shinto religion, and they serve as its messengers. The more tails a Kitsune has, they may have as many as 9, the older, wiser, and more powerful they become. And because of this potential for them to become super powerful beings, people are known to make offerings to them as though they were deities. In some stories, Kitsune have difficulty hiding their tails when they take human form. Looking for the tail, maybe when the fox gets careless or drunk, is a common method of discerning the creature's true nature. And we've carried this forward into pop culture. Think things like Yoko Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, Shippo from Inuyasha, or one can also make the argument for little Kilala as well, because you see a fox with multiple tails shapeshifting. Kitsune are known to possess a round or onion-shaped ball known as a kitsunebi. According to mythology, the kitsunebi holds a portion of the kitsune's magical power. Some traditions will go even as far as to say that the pearl represents the kitsune's soul. The kitsune can even die if separated from it for too long. In Pathfinder, the kitsune are a race of shape-changing foxfolk known throughout Tian Sha, the Far East equivalent that we see across essentially the polar ice caps, where we have our Japan, our Mongolia, our China, our Korea, you get the picture, where they're known for their love of art, their love of beauty, and their whimsical trickery. Like in Earth mythology, a kitsune does have 2 forms, a single human form and its true form, that of a humanoid fox. In their human forms, a kitsune tends towards quickness and lithe beauty, but in all forms, they possess golden, amber, or brilliant blue eyes. In their true forms, they're covered with a downy coat of auburn fur, although more exotic coloration is of course always possible. In the rare instances where a human and kitsune come together, the offspring are always kitsune, meaning that if a kitsune crosses the crown of the world, ends up in the lands of the Lenorm kings, or Varisia, which is not uncommon, a Varisian and Ulfin kitsune are entirely possible, so too with any other human ethnicity on Galarion. Now let's go down to stats, shall we? A Kitsune gains a +2 to its dexterity and a +2 to its charisma, but receives a -2 to its strength score. These guys are considered to be agile and companionable, but they're physically weak. Kitsune are medium creatures, and they are humanoids with the Kitsune and Shapechanger subtypes. They have a base speed of 30 feet and begin play speaking either Common and Sylvan or Tien and Senzon, depending on what book you're reading. A Kitsune receives a +2 racial bonus on their acrobatics checks and can assume the appearance of a specific single human form of the same sex. The Kitsune always takes this specific form when they use their change shape ability. While doing so, they cannot use their bite attack. Oh, by the way, that bite attack, 1d4 points of damage. But they receive a +10 racial bonus on disguise checks made to appear human. Changing shape is a standard action, and it otherwise functions as Alter Self, except that the Kitsune does not adjust their ability scores and can remain in this form indefinitely. Kitsune add +1 to the DC of any saving throws against enchantment spells they cast. Kitsune with a charisma score of 11 or higher gain the following spell-like ability: 3 times a day, dancing lights with a caster level equal to the Kitsune's level. Kitsune also possess low light vision. How do we play a Kitsune? I have a lot to say about this because, again, like I said, I'm playing a Kitsune every Friday. I've delved really far into it. Some of you guys might remember me posting in certain social media pages a character sheet that was written in kanji. Yeah, his name is Katsuyori, and he is a Gestalt Paladin Cavalier Kitsune. I love playing him. I remember making that character sheet and thinking, okay, I'm getting a little too deep into this Pathfinder thing because I'm writing this all in kanji and I'm buying kanji dice. Little did I know I would start a YouTube channel later on, but that's neither here nor there. One of the most effective ways to play a Kitsune is to play a sorcerer who focuses on enchantments and compulsions and all that fun stuff. A Kitsune adds +1 to the DC of any saving throw against enchantment spells they cast, and you get a +2 to your charisma, so it's not hard to make sure we begin play, whatever your point buy is, with that 20 charisma. In addition, the Bloodline Arcana from the Fey Bloodline reads, whenever you cast a spell of the Compulsion subschool, which is any enchantment spell that overrides free will, increase the spell's DC by +2. As if that were not enough, the favored class bonus of a Kitsune sorcerer allows us to add +1/4 to the DC of enchantment spells. Obviously, you guys see where I'm going with this. You stack things up on top of each other forever and ever and ever before any feats, before any magic specialization stuff. You've already got an incredibly high DC, especially at low levels. So if you're thinking about that charm person build, if you're thinking about moving through the crowd, maybe something along the lines of a party that goes in, infiltrates, mind controls people, and teleports them to the bottom of the sea, like I demonstrated in a video, which you can see right here, a Kitsune is definitely the way to do it. If you need any more persuasion and you're okay with watching people fail their stealth checks and fall through a tent and eat it, my buddy Colin, that guy who's got a better beard than pretty much anybody you'll ever meet, is playing a Kitsune sorcerer over at the Interplanar Crossroads, running through the infamous Rise of the Rune Lords. If you think you might want to watch that, the link is right there. All Munchkin stuff aside, that is, in fact, all I have to say about the Kitsune. What do you guys think? Have you ever played one? Have you ever, taken the star balls of all the Kitsune on Galarion and used them to corrupt all the Kitsune of Galarion, turn them into Kitsune, and use them to lead your armies of undead soldiers across Galarion on a path of conquest? Oh, wait, yeah, that was a game of mine once. I forgot. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. The next episode of the Forgotten Race Review drops next Monday.